Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. Ooh, it feels nice to say that. And you've just seen we have an intro now, so get used to that song. You're going to be hearing it quite a bit. Now, the support on the first video last night was absolutely immense. I cannot thank you guys enough. That's been just genuinely awesome. And hopefully we can keep this one going and really start to build something with this save. I'm just looking forward to going deep into the annals, wait, that sounds really bad, into the years with this save. So in today's video, we're basically going to go over sort of what I've been doing over this sort of transfer period, and spoiler alert, it's not a lot as far as transfers go, and also talking about the tactical changes I've made, and as we've slowly gone through the friendlies to try and figure out what we're really going to do this year, and the kind of style of football we want to play in the league. That's the plan anyway. I know I say that's the plan anyway a lot, and I have tried to stop. That's the plan anyway. And speaking of that, apparently it's very easy to make money in this league with us because we have such a high attendance, which means we should be rolling in it in theory by the end of the season. So that does make me believe that our transfer funds are actually going to be quite tasty in the coming seasons potentially, which should allow me to actually bring in some players, because I have managed to bring in a grand total of, drumroll please, 1 player in this window, and even I nearly broke the bank with because I was mainly trying to get some staff in. More difficult than you'd think. Pontes is Bridges in Portuguese, so his name is Bruno Bridges, and I like that a lot. I'm a huge fan of Bruno Bridges. Hopefully he'll be a decent player for us once he gets a little bit of experience under his belt. Maybe try playing him in like the FA Cup qualifiers or maybe the FA Trophy or something like that. Get him some experience because I do want to see him improve that 5-star potential. We can't leave it to go to waste. I've had a rough time recently, and I just wanted to say thank you for making me smile with your videos every day. Now, I'm not including this as some kind of ego thing. The reason I'm including this is because I really do think it's important to talk about mental health sometimes. You know, I've suffered with lots of problems with that in the past, and I think it's important to talk to people, which is why my DMs on Twitter are always open. If you ever need someone to talk to, just hit me up on Twitter. I'm sure we can not sort anything out, but you know what I mean. So importantly, no players have left. No one put a bid in for any of our players. Obviously not the end of the window yet, so stuff could still happen, but no seems to be any interest in any of our players. The one player we brought in is this guy, Elliot Kirby. He's a right back. Now, the main reason I brought him in is we took him on a trial, and he performed well in the trial. He played 1 game for us in the trial period, and my scouts reckoned he was decent. He's on £325 a week as a first-team player. Now, I wasn't too convinced with what we had in the right-hand side sort of right back position. We had Minihan, Cowan, Mantak potentially in there, but I felt like we needed someone who could slot straight in and be a first team quality player right now, and that is Elliot Kirby basically. He was at Atletico Madrid. He left Leeds for 500 grand to join Atletico, and in his entire career so far, he's got 13 games under his belt and 10 different clubs. So hopefully he can find a home here. The other changes I've made is to actually get some staff in. This has been much more difficult than you might think, because you look at that and go, why have you not filled that gap? It's really hard, I've got to tell you. We managed to get the first guy in, and that was good, and we'll show you him now, actually, because I'm pretty pleased with what we've done with this. So, new chief scout is this guy, Mitchell Weiss. I think this guy is decent. He's got good judging player ability at 13, which is really solid for this level. Adaptability and determination are fairly decent as well. Player knowledge, you know, 9, not too bad. A decent chief scout and a regen as well, which is always nice to see. So then we brought in this guy. This is Elliot John. He's our other scout at the moment. Again, decent adaptability, which is quite important, I think, for this kind of situation. And, you know, reasonably good player ability and judging potential ones as well. But since then, I keep trying to appoint another scout, and every time I do it, I get about 10 news articles saying like, oh, this new scout's now been wanted by XYZ clubs, and then they always join someone else. So that's quite frustrating at the moment. We will get the other scouting slot filled, along with the director of football. I nearly got Barry Horn to come and be our director of football, and that would have been a hell of a coup, because he had some decent stats, but it just wasn't quite to be. I think someone played him way more. I think he's joined a league club, so you can understand his reasoning on that one, but we will fill the roles, do not worry. Now, the board's objective for us this season technically is only to reach the playoffs, so we don't actually have to get promoted first season. I'd like to, because I'd like to feel like that's where we're kind of heading with this save, and I don't think it's going to be the same as with Wimbledon, where we actually just got back-to-back promotions. I cannot believe to this day that we were able to do that. Not going to happen with Stockport. The other thing I'm looking forward to is much later down the line. Main rival is Manchester City, so they're still going to probably be at the heights of the Premier League once we start climbing up there. We're going to have some damn good derby matches against both City and United, really, but particularly against City. That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for some of the derby games. Now, the shape is pretty much the same that what I was playing with the Fulham save, because the players we had generally kind of fitted that in terms of, particularly on that left-hand side with a really strong inside forward, it sort of was conducive to that type of play. This is kind of the lineup, although obviously with injuries moving around and stuff, I've been using Niall Bell quite a lot, and I've been quite impressed with him. We've got a lot of options up there with the likes of Mulhern and obviously Warburton as well, potentially. Though I've deployed Warburton on that right-hand wing for the last couple of games, and he has put in one hell of a shift. Goals, assists in all the games that he's played in that position. I think he got 2 in one game as well. So So I'm tempted to start Warburton out on the wing, because I don't really care about this. It's how they perform in that role, and he's performed well in that role, and that's all that matters to me. Now, obviously, because we're one of the stronger sides in this division, we can't do what we've done with Fulham, which is kind of sit back and stuff. So we're more positive. We're still doing the same stuff as we were before, though, with the attacking style of play. Everything there is pretty much the same. Playing for set pieces, you'll understand why in a minute. The same overlaps and all that jazz. And in transition, things are relatively the same as well. But where things really do change for this team is the out-of-possession style. Now, I've decided to play a high line to try and compress that space a little bit. Because one of the problems I found with Fulham is there was too much gap between our midfield and defence. And I think by pressing right up, hopefully, we can squeeze that gap out a little bit more, press a little bit more high up the pitch. And with that, of course, comes prevent goalkeeper distribution. We're defending wider. I changed that right at the last minute in the last game, and it made a huge difference. It's just been a case of going through these fixtures on comprehensive, tweaking little things here and there, and you can see from the results that things definitely improved in those games. Obviously, the quality of opposition is very, very variable, but you take what you can get. The other thing is, because we're playing a high line, we are going to be deploying an offside trap, which means occasionally someone will break that offside trap and we will concede goals doing it. But we've looked pretty solid in pre-season, and hopefully as the players get used to this style of play, we should be able to catch a few people, and that's the plan. Anyway, the Warburton actually only came in because of an injury to Jake Kirby, but as you can see, and Kirby doesn't fit anyway, so Warburton would have to play today. He's done a good job. I can't deny how good of a job he's done. Stevenson has been immense. Bell has been fantastic in the last couple of games, although I'm not entirely sold on having him as the striker. The reason I'm interested in him is because he's probably not as good currently as a couple of other strikers. However, he's got that potential. I do want to make the most of players with high potential because they're probably with us longer down the line, and I want to get them in early. The other thing that I think is important is I've been really doing a lot of research, lots of articles read about set pieces and throw-ins as well. We're not really set on the throw-ins one yet. We're going to try and exploit long throws. We're going to do some Rory Delap style stuff. The problem is at the moment we don't have a long throw taker or anyone that's really, really decent at them to get them far enough. We scored a couple in pre-season with the long throws, but they kind of, yeah, it wasn't really from the long throw, it was the second ball, which is fine. We're still creating the chances. But I think later down the line, that's something we're definitely going to look into. But the corners, that has definitely improved massively. In our last game, the 6-1 thumping of Bury Town, I know someone who in the comments is a Bury Town fan, so my apologies for that. We thumped them 6-1. Not a huge surprise there. What did amaze me and made me very happy is that 4 of those 6 goals came from corners. We scored 4 goals from corners in one match, hence why Ashley Palmer's on the score sheet, Jordan Keane, another central defender's on the score sheet, and I think they both assisted Darren Stevenson's goals. So you can see what I mean about that. We only had like 9 corners in this game, and that's a good conversion rate. Now, we are the favourites for the game. Not a huge surprise, one of the better sides in the league, and we're at home. Starting off with a win is important. I don't care if it's ugly or not, but it would be nice to see a bit of free-flowing football. So, as for the lineup, I've generally concentrated in pre-season on getting the main starting 11, 12, 13 kind of players into decent match fitness level, because we didn't really have enough friendlies prepared, and I didn't want to schedule too many in case I risked injury. And I wanted to just concentrate on getting these players fit first. The others will definitely find fitness over time through reserve games and also playing, because there's no way we're not going to be able to rotate. So we are going to go with Bell, Stevenson, Warburton, De Maio, Osborne, Turnbull, Duxbury, Palmer, Keane, Kebby, and Hinchcliffe in goal. Also, only having 5 subs, that is kind of interesting. I need to set some guidelines as well for the picking the subs bit, but we'll just go with this for now. So Ormerson, Mantak, Kirby, Mullen, and Minahan. Do we really need 2 right-sided players on the bench? In fact, 3. We're going to put Sam Walker on the bench instead of Minahan, because he's not fully fit yet, because we want that option to play someone else in the midfield if we need to. 5 subs, though, is a bit low. I'm used to 7. A few players lacking match sharpness. Hopefully FC United have got a similar kind of issue, even before they've got like full match sharpness across the entire team. Team haven't really got to the point where they like me enough. Oh, actually, no, that's a bit better. During the pre-season games, they weren't really that bothered about what I had to say, but they seem to be starting to listen a little bit more now. Good. Looking happy. I want you motivated, not happy. Or both. I'll have to play this by ear as well. My assistant doesn't seem to have... I need to get a new assistant as well. Conlon just doesn't have the stats to it. However, Alan Lord, my goodness. I don't know what position... I think he's our head of youth development. He is brilliant. Like, seriously, all my advice comes from him. I expect to win. It's pretty much as simple as that. I expect for us to come here at home and win this match. Simple. Logan's too many players around him. The other reason I think a high line could work for us as well is we've often struggled... What on earth happened there? We've often struggled in situations... My lord, where we had deflected goals because we had too many players back in the box, and I think pushing up a little bit might help us somewhat. Not been an excellent first 15 minutes in this match, I'm not going to lie. De Maio, over the top for Stevenson. Can he bring the ball down? He does. Ball across. Bell! Oh, what a save from the goalkeeper. Excellent chance. First real chance of the game for us. That should have been 1-0. Really should. Here we go again. De Maio. Duxbury's so important, getting into these channels out wide and getting good balls in, or winning us corners. Either or. Bell again. Saved again. Good chance again. FC United have had more shots than us so far, but we've definitely created the better of the opportunities. Headed, knocked on. Willoughby's in. Oh, no, this is 1-0, surely. Yes, it is. Kurt Willoughby through for FC United, and they have the lead. It's difficult in pre-season because you're always playing against sides that you don't know whether they've got full strength out. There's lots of options, and we looked quite good in a lot of these games, but unfortunately, we've been out-jumped there, and Willoughby's through, and it was a very simple finish once he got into that position. We might have to rethink these tactics in the coming days. It is the essential one here. Into the chat. Oh my god, he's got him behind again. Oh dear. Okay, we might have to take a look at this in the second half. I don't usually like to jump out of what. Well, hello. Referee's calling a player over. That's probably just going to be a yellow. Oh, it's a red. Okay, red for FC United in the first half. Okay, not a good first half. Not going to lie. Possession's coming our way. Hopefully we can turn this around in the second half. I feel like it's there for us now. They don't look like a team that wants to win. Well, we're going to make them. Right, second half. We need to go out there and score 2 second half goals. It is as simple as that. It's easy, isn't it? Everyone can do it. Warburton's coming through. Oh, Stevenson, and it's in the back of the net. Within 2 minutes of the start of the second half, we have the, not the lead, we're back level in the game. Warburton's brilliant cross, finished off by Darren Stevenson at the back post. Thank goodness for that. Warburton just keeps driving through here. This is really good play from him. And what a pick out of the back post. Stevenson's finish. 1-1 here at Edgeley Park. That's what we needed. Question is, what do we do now? Do I change the... I was going to change one little thing, which was to make Niall Bell more of a deep-lying forward, which what I've often used on support, which brings these other guys into the game a bit more. Just an idea. Allow him to hold up the ball a little bit for us. Not really big... Oh my god, Dickinson's in behind again. Dickinson's throw. Saved by Hinchliffe. We've got to look at that, I think. Kirby. Back post, surely. Stevenson again. Oh, it's 2-1, and Darren Stevenson has made it 2-1. Oh, that's much more like it. Stevenson off to a flyer already. Kirby with the assist. Whew. Still think that perhaps the high line isn't quite such a good idea, but you never know. This is a great ball in from Kirby, by the way. What a pass. And a lovely volley from Darren Stevenson. Second goal of the game for him, and we now have the lead. That's more like it, guys. Keane. No set-piece goal on the night, which is a bit of a shame so far, but you never know. There's still game time. If we go up a third, things will get a bit more easy for us, I think. Osborne. Oh, Warburton! Saved by Allinson. Okay, change is probably needed soon. Kirby is good, but he is lacking fitness still. So maybe Callum Mantak there. Maybe Mulhern for Niall Bell. And we'll save the other sub for now. Duxbury on the wing, completely unmarked, on his own. Mulhern! Oh, what's happening here? What's going on? Mulhern, into the box for Turnbull! Oh, what a strike that is. Deflected, though, to be fair. And it's an own goal from Harry Winter. It's 3-1 to Stockport now. The 10 men have made all the difference, really. I think we've just been able to sweep past them after that. Mulhern does very well to hold the ball up here with about 9 people trying to get inside his picnic basket there. Lovely. Well, no, actually it's not. It's... Oh, that's unfortunate. Goalkeeper somehow nearly going the right way, though. But Turnbull's strike. Winter deflects it in. 3-1 Stockport. Phew. Oh, here we go. It's a long throw from Duxbury. Knocked down. Ah, cleared away. It's a penalty. I didn't even see that. We now have a penalty. Darren Stevenson has to take it because he's on a hat-trick. If we were to go 4-1 up in this game, it would come out of nowhere for me. Go on, Darren. You know you can do it, Dazza. Good strike. Stockport 4, FC United 1. Darren Stevenson's 3rd goal of the season in the opening game of the season. Mulhern. Oh, good save from Allinson there. Nearly could have been 5. 10 minutes to go. One final sub on the cards. I think we'll get Jake Kirby on for Warburton. Litchfield again. He's through. Yeah, they don't seem to be getting back enough for me. It's the offside trap. But there we go. Stockport 4, FC United Manchester 1. I mean, the game changed on the red card. Kurt Willoughby and United were doing well, but then Darren Stevenson's hat-trick and the Harry Winter own goal gave us the win. 4-1 flatters us, I have to say, and I do think we need to take a look at what we're doing tactically, but I still think there's a lot of positives from this game. We were able to score 4 goals, which says it all for us, really. It's a good start of the season, got a little bit lucky. Hopefully we can use this to build on and get the confidence flowing, though. So with all that, we are currently sitting 2nd in the league. How much did Brackley won 6-2 against Bradford? I assume that's Bradford Park Avenue. Wow, that's an impressive win there for Brackley Town. But we are right up there at the start of the season, which is what we want. We scored 4 goals. Darren Stevenson's off to a flyer. That's clearly going to be an avenue that we need to keep putting the ball into that position because he's already got 3 in the first game. So, next episode, I'm not really sure where to go in terms of games off camera at the moment. Maybe come back for... We'll do 4 off camera there. We could come back for the Alfreton Town game at home. Some tough ones in there. York City, Southport, Guiseley, who, of course, famously put out Cambridge United in the Cup at the weekend, and of course Bradford themselves. Oh, actually, maybe we should come back for Bradford because, well, you know, they've just beaten Brackley Town 6-2, so it stands to reason. Oh, wait, oh no, they got beaten by Brackley Town. Never mind, we'll do Alfreton Town. Yeah, that's going to be coming up in the next episode. I think that's a good start to the season, but I definitely think that some tactical tweaks need to happen over these games. I might end up playing these on comprehensive too, just to try and see what's going on against teams of us slightly higher caliber. Hopefully we can pick up some wins in that period and come into the Alfreton game right in contention towards the top of the league. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, it's a 4-1 win on the opening day of the season. What do you want, really, other than the goal conceded? Then drop a like on the video. That would be bloody fantastic. If we can get it to like 400 or 500, that would be awesome. And if you are new to the channel, and this is the first series of mine, or video even, that you're watching, hit that subscribe button. More videos like this every single day at 6 o'clock. And I'll join you guys in the next episode. We're coming back against Alfreton Town, one of our final games of the season. Are we playing Saturday and Monday? Give it a rest, League. That's mental. Saturday and Monday. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.